Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Bella with Bella and the Phoenix. I'm so sorry that I was gone for a bit. I went to Seattle shortly after my last recording, and now I'm back. Now I'm in Georgia. This is where I'm going to be stationed at. So you're going to see more readings from me more often now that I'm settled. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. This is a different setup here because obviously I moved and so everything's a little bit different. Before I get started on the reading today for the collective, I wanted to mention, if you want to book a personal reading with me, I am available, especially this weekend. Like I have openings available. So if you guys want a reading this weekend, I can, get it to you within 24 to 48 hours. Okay, that being said, today's reading, we're going to go ahead and tap into the divine masculine, see what's going on with their energy. What does the collective need to know, right? And then from there, we're going to see like messages from their heart, like something that they haven't told you, followed by like potential outcomes and a final message from spirit. Okay. So, yeah. I hope you guys have been having a great week so far. Not sure what you guys have planned for the weekend, but I live pretty close to Florida now, so I'm gonna go to the beach this weekend, which I'm so excited because I'm ready to get a tan, But yeah, let's find out. Spirit, what is going on with the divine masculines at this time? What is going on? And first card out, we got two cards. The Maiden of Wands, I believe this one's the Page of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. Very interesting. So you could be dealing with somebody who's younger than you. Doesn't have to be, but it's a very young energy. Bottom of the deck, we got Ace of Swords. Okay, so I feel like this person you're dealing with is getting some clarity about your connection. They could be getting signs from spirit with feathers. If you've been seeing animals, look into what those mean. We have a fox here and a bear. So take that how it resonates. I hope you're able to see these cards because my angle on this camera is not as high as I would like it to be, but it is what it is. Then we got the Knight of Pentacles here, another bear, mama bear, and little baby bear. So interesting how these two cards are looking up at the sky, right? I feel like your person has been looking for guidance from spirit, like they could be looking at the stars at night type of energy. Now we have a lion here with the strength card at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's see what else. I feel like they could be holding back this clarity that they're getting from spirit and they're not letting you know. But here in a little bit, we're going to find out what is it that they're uncovering and they haven't told you. Then we have the Seven of Cups, which is that card about fantasy, dreams. They could be having dreams about you and your connection. They could be feeling like things have been tied up in your connection. Yeah, right when I'm saying that, we got the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So something has been shaken up, hasn't been quite unraveled yet. And I feel like spirit is handling that part of it. That's probably why they're looking at spirit like, what's going on? Because they're in this state of like defeat. That's what I'm getting. They feel defeated. Right when I'm saying that, oh my God, the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You can't make that up. They feel defeated. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull that and put that there. But yeah, and that ties into everything being tangled up, right? They feel defeated because this is not how they envisioned your connection turning out to be. Their world could have been shaken up and they're not telling you anything, but just know that this masculine is learning a lot okay? About your connection, the challenges that you guys have been through. There could be family at stake here, because we do have the mama bear here with the little baby bear. I keep wanting to say teddy bear. So that could be a sign for some of you guys. Maybe this person gave you a teddy bear. But either way, I feel like a lot of messages are coming through, especially if you're seeing a lot of birds, whether it be blue jays, crows, owls, cardinal birds, snakes, even, you know, like things are coming to the surface. And we are coming up on the full moon. In a couple of days, we're having the full moon in Scorpio, okay? And that is, Scorpio is going to unleash a lot of things. And it's funny because we have the tower here, which signifies Scorpio energy. So with this full moon coming up in a couple of days, right? When you guys are watching this, it would be Friday. So I think it's Monday. Yeah, I think it's on Monday. Anyway, a lot of things are going to come to the surface that is going to really shake up the foundation of this person's reality right now. And you know, it's interesting that we just had a new pope, because when I look at the Hierophant, I think about the pope, and it's a new cycle. You know what I mean? Like, we had a death of Pope Francis, rest in peace. And now we have this new leader, right? This religious figure that's ascending. And literally, he's holding a skull, like signifying a new cycle emerging. And this is Taurus energy, and we are in Taurus season. Okay, so this is basically talking about what's going on right now. And then we have Three of Cups here at the bottom underneath the Hierophant. So that's right there telling you, like, there could be a reunion coming up. This is also about reconciliation, right? Like, getting together. Wow. And then we have the star underneath that. So this is something that has been aligned, divinely guided, a wish come true, okay? So even though this masculine is learning a lot about your connection and what they feel towards you, all in all, they also feel a lot of regret, and they feel defeated because they don't know how to fix this situation, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's get some oracle cards to clarify these two pages. What are the two pages here? Maiden of Wands, Maiden of Pentacles. Yeah, hammer, repairing. Okay, so they're learning what they need to do to fix it, because right now they're feeling defeated. So that's what they're trying to figure out. How do I fix this, right? How do I ascend and level up in this connection, right? Because they know that's a healthy choice, healthy thing to do, is being happy or making healthier choices instead of sabotaging this connection with how they've done. That's what they're learning, of how they sabotaged it. To clarify, Ace of Swords, we have key on a ring. It came out to the side, so I feel like this person is hesitating on really opening up this key, because they know it's going to be like Pandora's box. Yeah, see, they know that it's going to be a new phase that they're going to unlock. So that's why I feel like they're in this stage of page energy, because they're not quite leveling up to be the king or the emperor just yet. I mean, we do have the Knight of Pentacles here, but they're still going through a healing, because the tower is here. And after the tower comes the star, and we saw the star at the bottom of the deck. So they're in the process, if that makes sense. Okay, why is Strength card here? Yeah, they're interested in talking to you. Also, they're trying to gather the courage to talk to you, because they feel like their world has been turned upside down. Okay, but they could also be holding back that they want to talk to you. Yeah, because I know that I'm getting tongue tied because I know that they're your soulmate. Okay, like they fantasize about your connection, where they would like things to be. Okay, why is Knight of Pentacles here with the Tower? Spirit, addiction. And that has to do with breaking down the old ways, right? Being codependent, being obsessed, being possessive, trying to be in control. I feel like this person that you're dealing with is going through an ego death, a dark night of the soul. And when that happens, that's why they look at spirit, because they don't know what else to do. They're facing all these challenges. They're being surrounded by family, pressures, whatever it is. They feel tied to the old beliefs. And since we have the Hierophant here at the bottom of the deck, I feel like they're transforming the way that they think about the programming, right? Like the traditional programming of how they see love, how they see your connection. They're starting to see things in a whole new light. And right when I'm saying that, you literally see light coming through the sphere behind him. And that's related to the crown chakra. Like this person is starting to receive this divine knowledge from the divine. Wow. Wedding rings. This is so crazy because when I was talking about how they fantasize about your connection, they see the future with you guys. They could be fantasizing about the past and also what they would have hoped you guys would have been able to get to. And they still do feel that, but you can't help but see that Five of Cups is here because they feel disappointed that this hasn't come to fruition just yet. And they don't know how to fix it. That's how the reading started. They don't know how to fix it, so they're trying to learn, how do I fix this? But you know how they say, you cannot change your life until you change your thoughts, your mind, right? That's how you can change your life. That's the first step. And right now, they're not quite there yet with the Not Today card at the bottom of the deck. Boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. So yeah, this masculine is still very upset with everything that's happening. It doesn't have to necessarily be you, okay? But they still feel the sting of how everything has fallen apart. And they're trying to catch their bearings at this point. And that's why the Strength card is here, because they're trying to find strength through this tunnel that they're walking in, And I feel like your connection has been like a salve, like really healing them. But they also have to feel like they're doing their part. It's not just all you healing them, They're trying to figure out how they can also grow through this so that they can also meet you where you are, if that makes sense. Yeah, look at this. So they can have that positive mindset and manifest this connection. And there's a snake energy again with the Seven of Cups. Competition, an enemy, the other woman, look over your shoulder. For some of you, you could be dealing with a third party. It doesn't have to be, but they could also be feeling like they're disappointed with the connection that they're in right now if they're in a third party. Like this connection that they're in is not what they wanted, whether it be with you or in the connection that they're in right now. They're just not happy with the connection that they're in right now. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but let's get some messages to clarify that energy first. Okay, Spirit, clarify this Seven of Cups with Five of Cups. I feel like that's like the way I'm getting tongue-tied, that's also showing you how this is how the masculine is feeling, like his words are not coming out right. So that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so Spirit, can you clarify this Seven of Cups with the Five of Cups and wedding rings? Love, my heart is opening and I'm ready. Wow. So I'm getting here that whenever this person thinks about, when they fantasize and have dreams and go into the 5D, it all comes back to you. And that's why their heart feels heavy, because they feel disappointed that, you know, that's not where you guys are at right now. Rendezvous, I want to see you. Okay. Wow. So that's confirmation right there that this person is also picturing themselves opening up to you so that they can have this marriage union with you. And also, I feel like that the hurt and the disappointment is prompting them to get into that space, right? To get into that headspace where, you know what, this is making me realize the loss of you, and not having you in my life is making me want to see you. You know, like it's really making them have a come to Jesus moment, if you will. Okay. What's going on here with the 2 pages? Mistake. I made the wrong turn, and honestly, the grass wasn't greener over there. Okay. And this is part of that energy of them sabotaging themselves, because with the page energy, this person feels like they did the immature thing, right? They acted like preemptively, if that makes sense. Like jumped the gun, so to speak. Unresolved. So much has happened between us in the past. Can we work through it again? You know? So, yeah, no, I feel like this person feels like because they made this decision not really thinking it through, now they feel like there's unfinished business with you guys. Okay. What is this Ace of Swords with the key on the ring? Surprise. Big happy changes are coming when you least expect it. Wow. So yeah, that's the clarity that this person is having. It's like, it's making them feel like, now that I'm realizing this about our connection, is making them feel like I have to act. I have to like take action. Oh my God. Ring, I promise you. You cannot make this up. Look at this. Literally, it literally says here, key on a ring. And then the ring here. Ring, I promise you. This could be like this person wants to give you a ring, or they already gave you a ring. Take it how it resonates. But oh my gosh, that is insane. I got chills. So yeah, I feel like they're promising you that they are going to come back, because this realization is hitting them like a dump truck. Oh my gosh. And right when I'm saying that we got karma, my life is falling apart and I'm struggling. Okay. So this realization is not only hitting them hard, but they're realizing that they're getting their karma for how they treated you, for how they completely sabotaged this connection. It's almost like this person's realizing the gravity of their actions after the fact, right? Because they acted very immaturely. They're probably like very much in their emotions. And now that they're looking back after they've calmed down, they're like, oh my gosh, I just totally sabotaged this because I was mad, or I was hurt, or whatever the case. And now they're seeing the consequences, you know, when you act out of like emotion and not really taking the time to feel out what you feel. Okay, why is talking here? Please accept my apology so we can move past this. Oh my God, I feel like the cards are just going so well together. That's why the courage, you know, with the strength card is here, because they want to have the courage to talk to you. And not only that, but actually have the courage to apologize to you so that you guys can move past this, right? Wow. Bottom of the deck, we got absence. As more time passes by, I feel a deeper void without you in my life. Didn't I say that earlier? That the more you guys are away from each other, this person's starting to realize, I lost something good. You know, like that 5 of Cups hits them right where it hurts. Okay. Why is a Tower here with Knight of Pentacles and addiction? I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, this is a slow burn, so to speak. Like they're moving slowly through this stage, I guess, if you will. But the Tower is definitely hitting them because that's divine intervention, you know? And they can't escape it. No matter how much they try to stall it, the star is always going to be there. Did I say the star? I meant the Tower. But that's funny because literally right when I said that, it's because I was thinking about him looking at the star. So that's definitely telling you that no matter what, they know that they have to go through the pain because they know that healing's on the other side. So it's almost like they want to get to the healing first. But because I said it, you know, there's no accidents in readings. Like when you say something and it's by accident, it's not an accident. So I feel like that was spirit letting you guys know this person wants to get to the healing first instead of going through the pain first, right? And that's because of addiction. Addiction is almost like that person wants a relief, right? A distraction to not have to go through the pain and just get to the healing. But spirit's like, no, you actually have to go through the healing, not the healing. Oh my gosh, I'm getting all distorted. You actually have to go through the pain, right? Because I've said this before in my social media, like I don't know if you guys have seen it, where you have to feel the pain because pain demands to be felt, right? You can't numb it, you can't postpone it, you can't just tell it to come back another day. In order for you to get through something, you have to feel the pain, right? Because pain is how you grow. Pain is how you get to the other side. And that's why after the Tower comes the star and the major arcana. Because the Tower is a 13 card, and the Tower, I mean, oh my gosh, I'm getting all jumbled up. The Tower is a 13th number, and the star is a 14, you know? So, wow. Okay. So this is getting my attention too because this is at the bottom of the day. Mask. Honestly, I pretend to be someone I'm not because being vulnerable feels uncomfortable. Okay. And that's part of avoiding pain, right? Putting on a mask, acting like you're okay. That's part of being ego, right? Being in control, like emotional blockage, where you're trying to act like this breakup doesn't face you, when in reality, you know that it makes you uncomfortable being open. Look at this. Underneath that was surrender. I can't be apart from you much longer. Exactly. This person is caving. Okay. So let's get a message. But that alone said a lot, you know? Yeah. This person has been confused. I don't know. And the reason they don't know is because they've been avoiding the pain. And that's why they're trying to learn how to get out of this self-sabotage energy so that they can gain that clarity and that growth. It says intensity. The feelings I have for you overwhelm me, so I run away to process them. Okay. And that's valid because I feel like with the Tower, this person feels like the rug is being pulled from underneath them. They have no control, right? And because of that, they feel like their feelings are so intense for you that it's the addiction is to be more like an escape artist, to run away from the problem so that they can process what they're feeling, because they're not used to, this person doesn't have the tools to process what they feel. And that's why the Knight of Pentacles is here, because they're slow to process what's happening to them. And underneath that, you see sadness. I feel like I've lost you and I'm not coping well with it. Exactly. So that's why they're going through this Tower, because the Tower is showing them, in order for you to overcome this codependency, this addiction, right? Uprooting your life, growth, feeling pain, all the uncomfortable things that you don't want to feel when the Tower comes. It's like you get to the bottom of the barrel. But you know what they say, when you get to the bottom, the only way you can go is up. So this person feels like through all of this, they're feeling confused, they're feeling like they don't know what to do. And that's why they're looking at the stars. They're asking spirit to help them. They could be praying about this because they feel like they're at their wits' end. They could also be talking to somebody that they know, like a mentor or somebody to guide them. Oh my God, look at the bottom of the deck of this one. Ego, it's easier to block everything out right now. I'd rather ignore my emotions. Exactly. This is why the control showed up in addiction, because this person feels like it's better to avoid it because I'm confused anyway. So why even bother feeling all this intensity and sadness? It's just easier to ignore, like, that I feel like I've been hit by a dump truck. Wow. Crazy. Okay. But the Hierophant is here, and that's letting you know this person is finally opening up their mind to be more spiritual and not so much in their ego. Oh. Okay, we got respect. You deserve the best, and I respect you. I want to do the right thing. Wow. I love that. I love that so much, because I feel like this person not only feels that they need to give you their best, but they're learning, right? Because we saw the pages, they're learning. It's almost like you become the teacher to teach them that you deserve the best, you know? And they want to do right by you because they haven't done right by you so far. Yeah, see, they were upset, anger. I'm upset and I need some time to cool down. So that just goes to show you this person could have been disrespectful towards you when they were in their emotions. And now looking back in hindsight, they're like, you know, they're like retracing back their steps and feeling like, you know what, maybe I overreacted because there was something else that I wanted to tell them, but I didn't. And I say that because we have this one here, secrets. I hid something from you and I'm afraid to tell you about it. Let's pull a tarot card on that, because WTF? What is the secret that this person is hiding from you? If the High Priestess comes out, I'm gonna laugh, because that's usually the card of secrets, or the moon. So, oh no. This could be different for everybody because it's a collective reading, but and sometimes they might use anger to kind of cover up that secret, you know, that way they feel like I don't have to tell you the truth because right now I'm using my anger as a shield, you know. Oh, sorry, I almost said the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords. So they're definitely hiding a truth from you. It could be something that could be very cutting. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like they've been carrying this truth with them everywhere, and they're reevaluating, you know, like they feel like something is holding them back from shooting their shot to tell you this truth. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Let's get one more. What is this King of Swords, Seven Pentacles? What is the secret? King of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, so I'm getting here, this masculine. It's interesting. I feel like on one hand, he's thinking about telling you something that he's been carrying with him for a while, but then he decides he wants to like not do it and go a different direction. Because we have air energy here, earth energy, and now water energy. What in the world? Let's get one more. We got Temperance. Okay, so I feel like they're trying to weigh their options on telling you this truth. That it could go either way. It could go where you guys are gonna be fine after they tell you this truth, or it could go the other way and it could like go off the deep end. And this one was trying to pop out, Two of Wands. So yeah, I feel like they're trying to make a decision to tell you this truth that could split your worlds apart. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. So I feel like they're reflecting on this truth. Let me get some oracle cards. What is this truth, the secret? Let's get nosy with it. Oh my gosh. What is this secret, Spirit? Oh my God. I had a feeling this was going to come out. Third party. They've been hiding a third party. Or you may already know about this person. Oh my gosh. What the heck? And we have the Death card. Scorpio energy. I don't know. I feel like for some of you, this person might be afraid to tell you. And this might be triggering. So trigger warning. That they could have cheated on you. And they're afraid to tell you. Because they know that that could be the end. The Death card for you guys. Remember how I said the Temperance card is here? Either you guys are going to be able to move past it with the sun on one side or the lightning in the other, or it's going to be so shocking and, you know, too damaging that it might put the nail in the coffin for you guys. Let's get one more. Why is third person here? And that's why they're afraid, because they don't know if they're going to lose you for good if they tell you this truth. And that's why the Strength card is here, because they're trying to be courageous and do the right thing, like we saw in the messages. Yeah. Oh my God. You cannot make this up. Thank you, Spirit. Snake. Deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstab, toxic, silent treatment, seduction, sexuality. Yeah, you guys, this is the Queen of Wands. Okay. So that's what happened. I feel like this person is afraid to tell you that they cheated on you. They backstabbed you with this person. Or, you know, they're still holding on to this third party who is very toxic. Bottom of the deck, we have Justice. Okay. And it was a karmic energy, because justice has to do with karma. So I feel like this person is afraid to tell you that they had somebody else on the side and you didn't know about it. And that's what they're afraid to tell you. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but it's not going to be for all of you. For some of you, it could be where this person is afraid that when you guys get back together, you might not trust them anymore. You know what I mean? So yeah, so they're curious with the raccoon energy. This is something they could be thinking about at night, because we have the ask questions, curious energy. Raccoons are nocturnal animals. So I'm getting here that this person is wondering, are you going to take them back, you know, after they reveal this truth to you, or that they let other people get in the connection? You know what I mean? Or that you might feel like too much damage has happened already, that you might not see a possible outcome where you guys could get back together no matter what has happened, good or bad, you know? Wow. Let's get one more card about the snake energy. What is that about, Spirit? Codependency. It says here, I need you. I'm getting here that if they went to a third party, it was because they were being codependent. You know what I'm saying? But this could also be now that they're realizing that through this toxic energy, they feel like they need you, because they know that you wouldn't be, you know, backstabbing them and betraying them. They could be feeling betrayal from the third party. Like if the third party, you know, is not being loyal to them. And then bottom of the deck is energy. You've been thinking about me because I've been thinking about you. We're connecting. Okay. So yeah. Wow. Let's get some last messages. What is the advice that Spirit wants to give to you guys? That was a lot. This is a very heavy energy. Very heavy reading. But yeah, it's up to you guys if you feel inclined to give this person another chance when they do come back around. But just make sure that you guys are not repeating cycles, right? Like things have to be different on this next time around that you guys go on this new journey together. Otherwise, you're going to be doomed to repeating the same cycle. We have Cancer energy, immerse, and Cancer season is coming up. So I'm getting here that Spirit is saying, make sure that you immerse yourself in the things that you love, right? Your home life, foundation, your family, so that no matter what happens in your outer world, you still have a stable foundation. You know, like nothing's gonna put you off balance. Then right here we have solar, calm, clarify. Especially when emotions can get a little bit murky or like chaotic, make sure that you find your center, right? Because this is what this person is learning. Like, I can't just be angry and like act out immaturely without thinking about the consequences and say things out of anger or hurt. And you're learning that too. And I feel like you both are mirroring each other in that way. And Spirit is just saying, like, make sure that you guys are centered and not over emotional. Don't let your emotions run the show. Wow. Sun, source. You know, it's like Spirit is saying, make sure that you have not only clarity, but that you see things for what they are and not be, you know, in a fogged up energy where you can't see clearly, and rely on source to like reveal everything to you. Right when I'm saying about not being in a foggy energy, we have Neptune, vision, because Neptune is about dreams, illusions, right? So I'm getting here that Spirit is saying, don't get caught up with the potential or like what you hoped things would be. Just make sure that you are coming from a place of calm, right? And this has to do with the tower. Wait, hold on. The tower. Yeah, the tower's number 16. Okay. Find your center, right? So that you can get past any illusions. And right now, Neptune is in Aries, I believe. I can't remember. But look at that. Bottom of that is communication, the third house. So if you guys need to, make sure you look at your birth chart, because depending on what's on your birth chart, like your houses, that's going to show you like what you're most strong at, or like, you know, what your outcomes, like what you aspire to do. But with the third house, I have a lot of planets in my third house actually. So it's so funny that we have birds here, because with the third house, it does have to do with communication. Like, you like to communicate with your words. That's why, like me, I like to do my podcast, my blogging. Like, that's how I express myself, through words. And of course, sometimes that gets me in trouble, but but yeah, I feel like Spirit is saying, keep doing that, right? Keep connecting and being connected to source, so that you know what to do in the next cycle, you know? And I wanted to get one more card to wrap up this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading so far. But yeah, Trying to get it out of this box. There we go. Romance. Look at that. Cupid arrow strikes. Love it. So, yeah, I feel like this full moon is Scorpio. Okay. Flower moon is going to reveal a lot of things that have been laying underneath the surface. Like things are going to start blossoming. You know? Oh my gosh. Look at this. Love it. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. I love that. Yeah, so I feel like even if your person is not connecting with you or talking to you, they're always thinking about you. You know, don't let the 3D world fool you guys, because this person is processing, you know. And we have sexual union, okay? Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. I love that. So yeah, they could be thinking a lot about you guys, you know, getting together. But it's not just about that. I feel like they just really want to be close to you in every way, right? Mind, body, soul. And then we have healing here at the bottom of the deck. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. And that's powerful because your mind creates your reality. So if you guys are in this mindset of, oh, my person's not with me, they're with somebody else, then guess what? That's going to be the exact reality you're going to keep manifesting. So you need to break free. Right underneath that is freedom for your union. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Exactly. So if you affirm that you guys will come into union when you guys are matched, you know, like divine match with divine timing, then it will happen, right? But it all starts with you guys also working on yourselves and healing, and not being codependent, not letting this person be the end all be all, you know, because that puts a lot of pressure on that person. So that's all I got, guys. That's going to be your message. I hope it was helpful. If you like to book a reading, you know what to do. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.